Hello and welcome back. Let us try to understand what is kernel SVM. So far we have understood the SVM algorithm, right? Support vector machine algorithm. Now we need to understand what is kernel SVM. Before we understand the kernel SVM, we need to understand what is kernel trick. Right? Kernel trick is a mathematical trick which derives new features based on proximity measure from each row and all landmarks. We know what is row, right? In a data set we know what is row. What is landmark? I'll explain in a moment. In simple words, if you have to understand, each row is taken as a landmark, and we'll try to derive new features based on the distance, the proximity, the distance between the row and the landmarks. Okay, so it is a very interesting technique. We'll understand in a moment, but at a high level, if you want to understand kernel trick, right? If your data is like this, your red dots are inside and your violet dots are outside. If you have to do a decision boundary, you have to do a circular decision boundary like that, a linear circular, a line, going circularly like that, right? You have to do a decision boundary like that. But when you apply kernel trick, right, what it does is it raises the data to a new dimension like this, right? It actually brings all the red dots on top and the violet dots on the bottom, and you can do a plane, decision boundary hyperplane to cut these two different classes. The records falling on top of the hyperplane belong to one class, bottom of the hyperplane becomes another class. You can do that. So in when we created polynomial features also, we did similar kind of a thing. Kernel trick also does the similar kind of a thing, but in a different way. So let us try to understand how exactly it works. Okay, kernel trick is very useful when there are more columns than rows, right? I try to create one synthetic scenario here. If you want to look at the DNA sequence of people and then predict whether the person is good or bad, it's a synthetic scenario. We can never do that in my view, but I created a synthetic scenario where the algorithm can look at DNA sequence and predict whether the person is good or not. When I say DNA sequence, for every person there will be millions of letters. The DNA sequence is going to be like this: A, T, G, right? Like that, A, T, G, T, 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 G, 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 like that. It will be millions of letters. So for the first person, there is a DNA sequence and the person is good. I know that person is good, so I flagged is good. Maybe he is good to me, but maybe for somebody else may be bad, right? It's all contextual and situational. So this is not a real data set and real problem. I created a synthetic scenario to explain the use of kernel trick. Okay, so the first person is good, the second person is bad, third person is bad, fourth person is good, fifth person is good, right? So I have taken the DNA sequences and flagged the y variable, labeled the y variable is good or bad. Now I need to build a model. When I get a new person's DNA sequence, I need to pass it to this model and predict whether the person is good or bad. Okay, that's the problem. So in this case, what is happening is I have only 5 records and I have million columns. Building a model with this kind of a data set is very difficult. So what we can do is we can apply kernel trick and make the data set small, at the same time extract the essence and keep it in that small data set. Okay, when you apply kernel trick, the first thing is the data set becomes an m by m data set. Here m number of records are there, n number of columns are there. As soon as you apply kernel trick, it becomes an m by m data set. 5 records are there. After applying kernel trick, the data set became 5 by 5. See this y variable, you don't consider y variable for some time, right? Don't look at y variable for some time. If you look at only x, right, it will become a 5 by 5 data set, m by m data set when you apply kernel trick. How it becomes? What we will do is instead of taking this original data set and trying to build a model, we will apply kernel trick on the input variables. The kernel trick is going to be like the first person, it is going to take as landmark. and tries to measure the distance between first person and the first person, second person and first person, third person and first person, fourth person and first person, fifth person and first person, and puts those values here. The distance between first one and first one is here, distance between second one and first one is here, distance between third one and first one, fourth one and first one, fifth one and first one. When I say distance between first one, second one, right, it is a mathematical calculation, right? Proximity calculation. You can take Euclidean distance, there will be kernels, we call it as, or you can take the one vector minus other vector, the first vector minus second vector, so first vector minus third vector, first vector minus fourth vector, and then sum all those numbers. Any measure, doesn't matter, any formula which is calculating the distance between one person to another person or one record to another record. Here there are 5 people and we are taking all these 5 people as landmarks. With the first landmark we have taken the distances between all records, we kept them as values here. With the second record we are taking distances between all the records and putting the values here, and third record and taking the distances and putting values here, fourth record and taking the distances and putting here, fifth record putting distances here. This is like extracting essence, right? When you already know the difference between each data point, each record and other record, that is kind of an essence we are capturing, right? So when you take the original data and apply kernel trick, the data set, the dimensionality reduces. It reduces only when the rows are less and columns are more. If rows are more and columns are less, right, it becomes row by row matrix. If you have 1 million rows and 3 columns, if you apply kernel trick, it is going to become million by million data set. You should never do that. When number of records are more and columns are less, most probably you should not be applying kernel trick because the data set dimensionality increases. So the problem we are trying to solve here is when you have more number of columns, when you apply kernel trick, the kernel trick will extract the essence out of the data and creates a small data set like this. Using this data set you can build a model which will give you good accuracy. Basically the kernel trick, what it is doing, it is actually trying to extract the essence and create a data set of size m by m, number of rows by number of rows. That is the key point you need to remember, right? So this is the kernel trick, and when you apply kernel trick it becomes like this. You have m number of rows and n number of columns, and the data set becomes m by m data set, and there is a y variable. With this, right, the hypothesis function also will change. Initially actual features are x1 till xn, but the new features will be f1 till fm, m number of records there, right? So m number of columns it will become. The proximity distance measure is what the values and the essence, right? We are trying to extract the whole essence into these 5 columns and use that data to make the build a model. So the hypothesis function will also change. W transpose f it becomes, okay, and the cost function will also change. In place of x you will get f, and in place of n you will get m, because the number of columns become m number of columns. So that is kernel SVM, and in coming session, right, we will try to understand a specific kernel function. What is kernel function? The distance measure. I said you can take Euclidean distance or subtract one vector from another vector and sum it and put that value there. You can use any formula, I said, right? We are going to look at a powerful kernel which is RBF kernel in coming session. Thank you.